The EMV implementation is very complicated. As I mentioned earlier, every implementation is different. Sometimes they need to worry about are they going to give cash back on debit? Are they going to even take debit? What's the implication to their mobile, right? So if you take it on your fixed registers, do you need to also take it on your mobile devices in the store? It's very complicated, and the banks are all dealing with it differently. So Bank of America deals with it differently than Chase, which deals with it different than WorldPay. They're all slightly different. And then in the middle, you've got the payment terminal vendors. So you've got some of them that Genico, Verifone, Equinox. They're all at different stages of maturity in their evolution, and that becomes more complicated by the switch vendors. So Verifone's got its own switch, and Genico's got a switch. You've got AJB, you've got ACI, and then the world just got even more interesting this weekend when Verifone announced they're going to acquire AJB. So now you've got a payment terminal who owns a switch terminal who's going to be really sort of get the lead in some areas on how to deal with particular banks and certifications, because the certification process is still very immature. There are many, many different configurations that are not yet certified. Certain banks, like Bank of America, has decided to extend the certification for things that are like near-field communication with EMV. So in the U.S., this whole EMV is very immature compared to the rest of the world. And the thing that makes it a little bit more complicated in the U.S. is it's not regulated, right? So each bank gets to do what they want, and it's really at the end of the day being driven by the credit card companies, Visa, MasterCard, Amex, Discover, which is who the EMV certification at the end of the day works with. Where for in the past, typically retailers just had to certify with their own bank. It's a very complicated process, and it's a little bit new in the U.S.